What's up, you guys, and welcome to my channel. So for today's video and my very first video, I want to talk about my coming out story and how that went for me. Also to talk about my 4-year-long relationship. Yes, we're legally married, peep the ring. And you know, like, I need chapstick? You know, I just want to send a little friendly reminder to all them hoes out there messaging my nigga. You know, don't be that person. Wait, you wouldn't want to bump into somebody crazy. I feel like I need to do my hair too. I think so. Just let 2 people be happy. A relationship is for 2, not 3. You wouldn't want to bump into somebody crazy. So whenever I decided to come out, I was about 15 years old. I was pretty much a normal guy in high school. I had my girlfriend and everything, but it was in a winter break from school. Everybody, you know, goes out into winter break for Christmas, for New Year's, and they end up coming back. Well, in that winter break, for me, it was different. My whole life turned around. I actually didn't come back after winter break to school, and it's because that was when everything happened. I ended up cheating on my girlfriend at the time, and I actually experimented for my first time. And we just, you know, whatever happened. We still kept in contact after that, and he always told me, oh, well, you need to break up with her, you need to tell her. He was just like a really person that got into my head. He was always telling me, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. So he ended up telling my girlfriend for me that we actually messed around and that I had something to tell her. So she was texting me, she was like, hey, what do you need to tell me? There's this guy telling me that you have something to tell me. I ended up telling her, we broke up, that was that. And a couple months after that, he actually gets me to actually come out to my friends and family. The hardest part there was I wasn't ready, but I felt like if I wouldn't have done it at the moment, I would have actually never done it. Until this day, I feel like I wouldn't have had the guts to be myself and to actually let people know of who I am. So in a way, I'm thankful for that. The hardest part was coming out to my family. I really did not know how they were gonna react, what they were gonna say, and if they would have been wanting me around them anymore. I ended up telling them. It was all this crazy mess. They ended up telling me, like, they were telling me if I was sure, if it wasn't just, you know, like a phase, I guess. And I told them no, because I knew I was different since I was 5 years old. If you're wondering how does a 5-year-old know that they're gay, is because you know how, like, when you go to school and you come back from school and they tell you, oh, mijo, do you like this girl in your class or anything like that? I didn't. I really didn't. I liked being with the boys in my school, you know? Like, I like playing with them. I didn't know none of that, but I knew I was different. And I would also play with my sister's dolls. Like, I always preferred playing with her than playing with my cars. So I knew something was up. So my family, when I told them, they ended up telling me, it took them a while, but they ended up telling me, you're our brother. We're gonna love you no matter what. You're our blood. We're gonna love you no matter what. And that felt really good. That felt like I took this heavy weight off my chest and I could actually be me from now on. I wouldn't have to hide my excitement. So, because one thing about me, when I get excited and I'm somewhere and I'm happy, my feminine side comes out without me noticing. So back then when I wasn't out, I would always hold back. Like, I was never trying to be happy. I was never trying to be like the loud person. I was always the quiet one. I was, you know, but now I feel like I'm me and they know, so I can actually be myself, and that feels really good, especially for them to accept you. That's, you know, like, I couldn't ask for better sisters than them. Fast forward a little bit, and that's whenever I met my husband, which, you know, it's crazy how we met, because we met at this one club here in Dallas called Club Rio. Talking about, like, my first relationship, we knew each other since then. That's like 3-4 years of a different time. We actually fought each other, like fist fought each other back in the day because of my first experience. So we ended up fighting. We didn't like each other at all. We did not like each other, but we fought that one time. We past it, we kept seeing each other at the clubs. We just never really talked anymore. So there was this one time that we both decided to go to Club Rio. We still didn't talk, remember? So he went, I went. I saw that he got into another fight at the moment. So I saw when they were kicking him out. So I go after him because we had a mutual friend. So I go and ask him. I'm like, hey, where is she at? He kind of ignored me because, you know, we had already fought back in the day. But I guess something came to him that he was like, oh, well, let me just answer him. So he ended up telling me. He came back to me. Like, I moved away whenever I saw that he ignored me. I walked away. So he came up to me. He's like, oh, I think she's still in the club, like inside. So I was like, oh, okay. So our mutual friend ended up, you know, just like, we ended up hanging out outside of the club. And there's actually a video on my Facebook on the first night that me and him actually started talking again and how it went from there. So I will share that video with y'all here. And so I could just, you know, experience that day. Like, so I can actually see that day, how it went. A little bit of how it went. We were both drunk. We were both dancing out like crazies outside on the road. But it was pretty good. And I wouldn't change it for anything. Like, he's my happiness. He's like me. Like, he dresses like me. He likes dancing like me. We even fit the same size. So, like, we share clothes. We share shoes. We share everything. We're just, you know, he's just like my other half. And I feel like I just want to send that message because whenever I was younger, I always felt like I was the only one because I would never see other guys like me. But it's because I wasn't out there as much. And once I decided to be myself is when I bumped into him. And, you know, I'm thankful for, you know, him being the person that he is because he actually helped me in finding myself even more. So we ended up, you know, after that one night, we ended up, you know, like going our way. He was actually drunk that night. So whenever they were leaving, I decided to say bye to him, even though he didn't want to. Because we, you know, it was just like awkward because we had fought in the past and now we're like hanging out. So I told him bye, and 2 days later, I posted a status on Facebook and, you know, kind of like talking a bit about him. So he kind of knew. So that mutual friend commented and he liked her comment underneath my status. And I was like, oh, well, he's looking through my page and stuff like that. And it was pretty good. And after that, it just went on from there. And we got married. We've been together for 4 years now. Married for 1, going on to 2. And I couldn't ask for a better husband than him. He's very supportive. He helps me a lot whenever he cheers me up whenever I'm at my lowest, and he's always there. He gets along with my sisters. My nieces and nephews love him. I cannot go to a party. I cannot even go visit my sisters without them being like, where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? You know, because he's just a kid person. He loves kids, and, you know, like, he's just the best. So I felt like I wanted to share my story with y'all, even though it's not the full of it. It's like, it sums it up to a lot that did happen. And I just want to, you know, like, there's still guys out there that cannot be themselves. If you're not ready to come out, don't do it. You'll know when you're ready. But, you know, this is just one thing I do have to say. You're happier once you decide to be yourself. And, you know, hopefully one day you're ready, and, you know, no matter what, just know that your family will love you no matter what. They will accept you for who you are. And, you know, just send a positive message out there that you're not the only one like I used to think. Alright, guys, so thanks for watching. And so don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, make sure to follow me on Snapchat, Facebook, and on Instagram. It'll be posted here too. So thanks, guys.